Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Asian Psycho, and right now you're watching me play a little bit of Wasteland on one of the servers that I found. That I believe this map is called Zargabad, and it's not really a map that a lot of people play. I'm more familiar with, Trinaris. What was the other map? Utis maybe, but Zargabad I've played maybe only a couple times before. Surprisingly, I've actually played this map more than I have Utis, but I'm most familiar with Trinaris. But regardless. Right now I'm playing as Indy, and I've chosen as a scout group leader, so that's why I have the half ghillie on me, because ghillies are sexy, and no one can, argue against that. So this is a video that I have never really done before. It's a gameplay that I'm commentating, post-game, and this was inspired mainly by Gold Glove's kind of sniper commentary Wasteland series of videos. I think he's done a few of these before where he's played the game and then commented what his thoughts were and what he did, and explains everything that his course of actions and whatever after he actually plays. And you can see here I spawn in with the MK16 CQB. I believe this is the standard gun that the server actually starts you off with two Stanag mags as well. So it's nice that the server rather gives you or starts you off with a rather nice gun. As you can see here, I actually find an L85A2 ACOG, and I just take that instead because, I don't really like the iron sights on the MK16 CQB. I think that's part of the reason why they start you off with it. But regardless, I take the L85A1 ACOG, or A2, sorry. I do see that guy parachuting down. I feel like it's a little bit too hard to shoot people out of the sky while they're parachuting. And I just hide in this car momentarily because I hear that chopper right there. I feel like, I shouldn't really be anywhere near a chopper if it's about to fly off, either because maybe it might be armed and there might be someone with the gunner, or people might be shelling it while it's trying to take off. Okay, so I try to keep out of my way, just watch it fly off, let it go off, I guess. And I see a gun down there, I realize, oh, it's just an AK-74, whatever. So I spawn now down near the south side of the map Zargabad, and as you can see, I'm just making my way northward, trying to head towards the main Zargabad city. I do hear a few engines going off over there, so I just decided, you know what, might as well try to find the people who are shooting those guns. Either they might be machine guns or mounted machine guns, so they might not know that I'm coming behind them. So I just keep my way running towards there. Now, throughout this commentary, I'm going to be my voice is gonna, go in and out because sometimes there are parts where, I don't have anything to commentate about. It's just me running through the field. So just keep that in mind throughout the gameplay. I will only speak when, the situation calls for it and I feel like I need to explain something. So you can see here, as I'm running up, you notice I'm always constantly looking around. That's always, a good idea. Basic Wasteland etiquette, I guess. Right here, you see me kind of freeze a little bit. And I got lucky. Right away, I saw the guy shooting his L85A2. It turns out he actually has the exact same gun as I do. I could have shot him there, but I decided that I better go inside a little bit and then shoot it. As you can see, my gun sounds exactly the same, and it turns out he had the same gun. So, or either that or some sort of LED5 variant. So either way, I kill him, and luckily I did find him right away. The biggest problem I have with Wasteland is that, whenever I hear a gunshot, for me it's easy to tell which direction they're coming from, but I'm still having a hard trouble adjusting to just how far away the gunshots are. And sometimes I can find them really easily, like I did this time, so I got pretty lucky in that respect. Sometimes I just can't find them at all, even though, I feel like their gunshots are going right off, like right next to me. I feel like that's something that I need to kind of, keep training myself in and make sure that I can compensate for him. I don't really know what the word for it is, but in any case, I do hop into his Vodnik. I'm assuming this was his ride, either that or the military jeep over there. And I do find a G36 or MG36 with 7 magazines in it, so or 7 box magazines, whatever you call them. And I decided to take that. And as you can see, I'm just looking around, just making sure that no one heard my shots and is trying to come after me. You'll see me do this a lot. This is a tactic I like to do a lot. It's not really the best tactic ever, because you can still be seen inside the vehicle, but most of the time I feel like most people aren't going to see you inside the vehicle. That's why I just stayed in there for a little bit, and then just took my time, looked around, and then just hung out there. Just no need to be rushing around all over the place when you could just sit inside a vehicle, be safe for a little bit, and then just take your time, see anyone who's might be around you, and then shoot them if you want to. Now, you see right here, you see that I've cut forward a little bit. This is after I killed the guy with the the other ghillie dude, and I've taken the MG36, and I hear an explosion going off, so I'm afraid that there are enemy people in my area. So I take a little bit of time, check my map, try to see which direction that the explosions were coming from, and just take my time from there. You'll see what happens. Now I decided to kind of peek around the wall a little bit, and you'll see here that as I'm running against the wall, this probably wasn't the best idea for me to do. Right as I do it, I hear a gunshot, and I think right here is where I spot the guy. You see him right up on that, I don't know, those boiler things? I don't really know. I used to see them back in my day when I was at home, but I tried to shoot him, but I feel like I was shooting the side of the wall, so now I peek out and decide to shoot at him, but then I get hurt, and as you can see there, I hear another dude shooting, so I'm like, yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm getting the fuck out of here, I don't want anything to do with that. So, as you can see, I'm all the way down to 49 HP. I believe I shot that other dude too. Maybe I was aiming a little bit too high, because I'm not really too sure how the bullet drop works in this game right now. So I do find an ambulance car right here. For some reason I can't heal, even though I feel like I should heal. Oh, actually, does it say I can heal? I don't know. But, maybe I didn't notice it. I don't know. But, in any case, I'm just kind of stuck at 49 HP for the time being. And, kind of annoys me, because your guy always makes those groaning noises, like, ugh, when he's hurt, so. I do always try to heal up whenever I can, if I'm kind of hurt, but, I don't know why I didn't here. I mean, an ambulance would imply that you would be able to heal up, but, it is what it is. As you can see, I'm still inside the vehicle. I can still see the guy up there. And I'm going to spend the next, I don't know, like 10 minutes or so trying to kill that dude. Because, he's obviously in a really good position in terms of vantage points go. So I try to make my way towards him and get into a position where I can try to counter snipe him off that place. As you can see, I've found this little, hole underneath the wall. Just roll underneath it. So these are the barracks. These barracks will be very important for the next, like, I think 10-15 minutes or so. So yeah, I do hang on to them a lot. Now this is the part where he just suddenly disappears. All of a sudden he just isn't there anymore. I spend the next like 15 minutes or so being kind of confused, like, what the hell, like, what's going on? So yeah. Oh, and I believe this guy, I'm not too sure if it was the same guy that I saw, but I do find him there, and then I think he saw me and tried to run away, but then I managed to shoot him around the corner, so, it is what it is. And I'm going to spend like the next, like I said, 10-15 minutes trying to figure out where is that dude on top of that building. Where is he? And that guy that I just shot may have been him. I don't know for sure, because I mean I could have checked the names, but even then it wouldn't help me because I didn't actually get killed by the guy. But I'm going to assume it was that guy after after playing this game, because there was no one else in the area. He was right there, and seeing that I didn't see him up on that building when I first entered the barracks area. I'm going to assume that he was climbing down as I was entering the barracks. So maybe it was him, but I feel like that guy is going to be the same exact guy who's going to be coming back every single time for me. You'll understand why once the gameplay rolls along. Now, by this time, you've already noticed that I've already killed another dude before, like maybe about 5 or so minutes before. Now, right here, I see another guy running towards the same area. Now, keep in mind that this server, I don't know if I show it in the actual gameplay or not, but if you press P, obviously, if you guys play Wasteland or, DayZ, if you press P, it'll bring you a list of all the players' names that are currently playing the server. There aren't that many people in the server. There's only like, what? I say around 13, 14 people. It's not too much for, or it's not too many for a standard server like this, like a really big map. Normally, a server like this would hold around like 60 people or 70 people maximum capacity. So 14 people is not too much. Granted, I was playing at like 3 a.m. in the morning, so not very many people at that time of day, obviously, but with a low population server like this, I'm getting really suspicious that it's the same dude coming back over and over trying to kill me. Because I know for a fact that I've killed that guy twice already. I'm not too sure if I've killed him with a third time with that last kill. So I'm just like getting a little bit suspicious. Like, is this the same dude I'm killing over and over? So, because I wasn't paying attention to the actual kill feed. Like, if you kill someone, or in this server, if you kill someone, it'll show you so and so has been killed by you at whatever distance that they've been killed by. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, is this the same dude? Because the body, the character model that I've been shooting, all look pretty similar. And unless you're like a ghillie scout, which if you wear a ghillie, you look basically the same to someone else. But if you're not, which he wasn't, it's kind of a low chance that it would be someone else wearing the exact same skin, or being the same exact class as the other dude I've been shooting. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, is this the same dude? Why is he coming back why is he coming back here every single time? Is it to pick up his gear? Like, did he have some really, really good gear that he didn't want to lose? And he thinks that, I just left by now? Or is he trying to come back to kill me? Or what is going on? So, I'm just trying to I'm just having a hard time trying to decipher the situation that I've got before me. Now right here is where you see me hear the vehicle coming in towards the same compound once again. So I'm like, okay, well, may as well move in for the kill. So, as you can see, I'm just constantly tracking that vehicle. I don't really know where it's trying to go. And all of a sudden it comes straight towards me. I'm like, oh shit. Better hide in that corner. Hide in that corner. And then it shuts off its engine. I was like, okay, so by this point, I'm pretty damn certain it's the exact same dude that I've killed for the past 3 kills of mine. I don't know why he's constantly coming back, but, he is, so may as well take advantage of the situation. Right there, I saw the guy. I'm pretty sure, by this point, I am definitely certain that it's the same guy over and over. Now, as you can see here, I'm just trying to get a good angle on this dude, and you'll see what happens right now. That kill, I think I was really, really lucky on, because first of all, that guy saw me first, and obviously shot off some bullets at me, but he missed. As you can see, none of them hit me, and if they did, then I think I would have been dead already. But as you can see, he had a military vodnik and it was a medical vodnik as well. So, you know, I heal up. I hear some gunshots, so I'm frantically trying to get out of the healing, you know, the healing pose. So I'm just trying to look for whoever else might be in the area who might have heard our shots. But that last engagement, I really feel like I got off lucky at that point. First of all, obviously, because he didn't really have very good aim, and second of all, because right as I had peeked out, he was already pre-firing me. So the fact that I managed to get some bullets into him before he was able to, you know, shoot me, I think was pretty lucky on my part. Now, as you can see here, I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes or so trying to like figure out where is this dude, because I can definitely hear a pair of footprints around somewhere, or a pair of footsteps, not footprints. You don't hear footprints, do you? Around here somewhere. I will be like bewildered. I'll be bewildered. Like, where is this dude? Where is this dude? So I'm gonna be super paranoid, just watching every single corner, just like I don't see him. I don't see him at all, and you'll see how this all ends. So unfortunately, my first life ends there. So I'm assuming I got shot because the guy was looking underneath some crevice underneath the wall there. But in my second life, as you can see, someone shoots my fuel tanker with a rocket, and I die. Simple as that. Now, understandably, I should have probably gotten out of the truck before it was, you know, before it blew up. That was probably my own mistake at that point in time. But as you can see here, I respawn at the exact same airfield at northern Zargabad. This is where I've spawned in for the past, I think, past life, like my second life, and then now my third life. This is where I've spawned in. So I'm like, okay, well, may as well head out there again. These military compounds, I've already looted them. I'm just checking them again in case any other loot spawned in again, but I highly doubt it. So. Let's see here. Yeah, well, that rocket guy, he'll come back. He'll come back later. So I mentioned that the rocket dude who shot my car, who shot my tanker, my last life, was gonna come back. Well, you saw that trail, that smoke trail? Yeah, that was him. And now it's time to ditch the truck. So as you see, I'm pretty hurt. Am I at like 86 blood or something? 86 HP, something like that. So yeah, as you see, I see a car running around there. So I'm assuming that's the guy who shot me, or you know, my trucks, my vehicles, whatever, the past 2 times. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, hunt this bitch down if I can even. So there goes my truck. So I'm gonna have to make my way on foot, you know, across this godforsaken road and plain. So, and I've only got the default weapon, so I'm not really too sure how good the default weapon is. I mean, any gun in this game is lethal because 2 shots anywhere will just down you straight away. But I decided, you know, I'm going to hunt that son of a bitch down if I can for destroying my vehicles and killing me once already. So we'll see what happens. Right there, you saw me see the smoke trail of the rocket that, you know, whoever just fired it. So I'm like, okay, this must be the guy who was shooting my vehicles earlier. As you can see, he managed to get a direct hit on that little bird over there, and you saw its pilot, kind of parachuting out here. So I see a vehicle. I'm gonna be like, okay, this may be the vehicle to do. So let's just keep watch over it. And that's when I see him right there. There we go. Now he's down. That shot, honestly, I didn't really expect it to actually hit because I was shooting through that, you know, those bush textures, and I didn't really have a good shot on him. But luckily enough, you know, I was able to take him out through the trees. So I'm like, okay, might as well check what he had because he's obviously gonna have some good gear if he's gonna, you know, shoot my vehicles twice in a row. So I go over there, check his loot, and I mean. he did have a metis on him. Now, I've never really used the metis before, so later on you'll see me kind of tinker around with it. I'm like, okay, so how does this thing work? And turns out that it is a lock-on rocket launcher. It's just that I don't really know how it works, because I feel like I did lock on with it on a chopper earlier or later on in this gameplay, except it doesn't really do anything. So, yeah. Now this is where you can see me fail with the metis. Even though I feel like it is locked on, the rocket just goes straight for it. Oh dear. Possibly I just don't know how the metis works, maybe that's why. So I just decided to take a couple shots at the helicopter trying to shoot out the pilot. It doesn't really work out. So I'm just like, whatever, fuck it. Might as well, you know, advance on to the next town. So yeah. Here, you probably saw earlier that heard some gunshots coming from here, so I know there's someone here. So I just come up here, try to check if there's anyone here. And now that I think about it, I probably should have used my my M203 grenade launcher. That probably would have been a good idea. On top of that, while I didn't in game, while I didn't see him in that corner, while playing this gameplay back, I did see him in the corner. So I'm just like, I should probably seen that. So as you can see, after I respawn, I spawn in the same northern airfield of the of Zargabad again. As you see, I'm posted out of the outside the exact same house that I just got killed in. I'm still assuming that there's someone still inside that house. So I'm always keeping tabs on it in case the guy inside who killed me earlier is still really inside. But I think it turns out that there really wasn't anyone inside. As you can see here, a chopper's trying to land here, and there's going to be a relatively decent gunfight right here. And I feel like if there was that same guy still inside, he would have come out already. So now, my original plan was to actually shoot out the pilot inside that Huey, but it turns out that there are other things that do happen. So what ends up starting as a mission to kill the chopper pilot ends up actually saving him. Apparently there were two people trying to gang up on that chopper that I was trying to land, and then I just end up shooting the other guys because they were just easier targets for me. So that's kind of funny how things work out in this game, I guess. So a little bit later, after the chopper incident, I come over here looking over the, I think it's an airfield, a hangars area that's, I think, where is it, southwest of the main city of Zargabad, the Zargabad map. So as you can see, I found a, what is it, L115A2 with some fluid mags. So I'm not very good with the sniper. I'm not very confident in it, so as soon as I heard those sniper shots, I just switched to the M4 Hollow that I once had, but you guys saw me use earlier in that chopper incident. So as you see here, I'm just trying to figure out like where these shots are coming from. And right as I hear that last shot, in Wasteland and Daisy, or any Arma variant for that matter, if you guys have played it, if you get shot at, then the bullets will actually have the distinctive cracking sound. And that time, I knew that there might be someone shooting at me, but I assumed that if someone's actually shooting at me, they probably would have already killed me by now because I have absolutely no cover whatsoever. So I spend the next let's see, 5-10 minutes or so trying to figure out like who's shooting at me, why are they shooting, like what's going on. And as you can see, you'll see what happens. As it turned out, it's just AI. So much for anticipation, right? So right around here, you're going to see me kind of walk up towards a demolished building. You can tell it's been demolished because you see all that loot just still floating up there. Now I see that armored. I don't remember what it's actually called, but it's an anti-air mounted vehicle with the turret, armored turret on top of it, so that people can't shoot you out of it. So I hear it, and its engine is still on. Now earlier, before I was fighting those 3 AI that I found, I was actually keeping Overwatch in this area. I was looking at this area, these hangars with the L115A2 that I had earlier. So I saw the same vehicle come here, and I was like, okay, so if the car engine's still on, is the guy still inside? And I was assuming it was really that way because I don't think that he would ever leave this place because he was there for a really, really long time. So I'm just trying to like sneak up to it. Like, is he gonna see me? Like, is he in first person? I don't know. Like, is he gonna see me? What am I gonna do? So eventually, I'm just like, well, may as well go, hashtag YOLO swag, and just rush up to it as soon as I can. But I'm just still hesitant. Like, I really don't know why this car engine is still on. Like, is there someone inside? And then, when is it? Let's see here. When do I find out it's actually... Right now. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a body. The guy's dead. So I just rush up to it, and I'm like, get in. And hey, look, you can still drive this thing. It might be really damaged, but you can still drive it. So I'm like, hey, sweet. I got myself a handy dandy vehicle. I'm probably not gonna be able to use it for very much longer, but it's got a gun on it, right? And turns out the gun's actually near full ammo, so really, really lucky for me. So I'll be using that thing later on. Yeah, as you guys probably heard from the gameplay, I did hear some shots coming over from this way, and a chopper. So I decided to park my my tank here and hop into the gunner. And what I didn't realize is that when you do hop into the gunner, it automatically turns on the engine. Now, I was kind of scared by this, but I was like, you know, whatever. This is a heavily armored vehicle anyway, so it's not like I need to worry about it too much. So I know there are a couple people around me here somewhere. I just don't know where they are. I'm just trying to look for them inside the turret, because obviously, human versus turret wins every single time. And now, this is where I hear the chopper. Time to go chopper hunt. I honestly think that I shot out the pilot, and then now this is where you can hear the other guys who were originally in this town start firing at me. One of them has I believe one of them has a noob tube or a grenade launcher. So surprisingly, this tank is actually really resistant to grenade launchers for some reason. Well, I mean, it is armored, but most of the time, you know, most vehicles, if they get shot by a high explosive round, they probably won't last very long. So as you can see, it's still really hard to shoot out people from the air while they're parachuting. So yeah. So now I'm just like, with that second grenade launcher shot, I'm just like, okay, there's someone shooting at me here. I'm gonna look for them. It's like, where could they be? Where could they be? And I know they're right to the right of the tank somewhere. I just don't know where it is right now, or where they are right now. However many people there are. This is where I first hear someone walking. So I'm like, okay, hello, son of a bitch. Lol. I think he was trying to fire a grenade or throw a grenade at me, and that's why, you know, there was an explosion right in front of him. Now that time, I actually see the third noob shot, and I'm like, okay, this tank is now officially, you know, burned out. For some reason, the gunner is still working, but I'm not gonna risk it like last time when my engine and my fuel tank were both red, and I decided to just, you know, book it out of there eventually. Right now. So I was like, get out of there! Now this is where I start trying to look for a dude. Actually, he finds me first. So unfortunately, that's going to do it for this run. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.